And now it gives me great pleasure to invite someone I've worked very closely with, my co-star of many films, a person whose choice of quirky and unusual characters is very similar to mine, and whose passion for advocacy I share. Bhumi Pednekar.
Hello. Hi. Hello, hi.
Bhumi, among many things we've done together, I'm glad you're on the show. And मैं UNICEF India का एक हिस्सा हूँ, मैं नेशनल एम्बेसडर हूँ उसका. एंड एक सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होती है एक आर्टिस्ट की कि अगर आप कुछ समाज से ले रहे हैं, अपनी फिल्मों के जरिए कुछ कह रहे हैं, तो आप ग्रास रूट लेवल पर जाकर उनके लिए कुछ किया जाए तो उससे बेहतर इंसान, उससे बेहतर आर्टिस्ट हो नहीं सकता. तो आप अपने इनिशिएटिव के बारे में बताइए.
तो आई थिंक शुरुआत मेरी एक्टर बनने के पहले से ही हो गई थी, जहाँ पे मुझे लगा कि किसी ना किसी तरह से इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट टू गिव बैक, यू नो, एग्जैक्टली जैसी आपकी सोच है. एंड छोटे छोटे चीज़ें करते थे हम, लाइक लिटरली जब कोई नेचुरल कैलामिटी होती थी, अ स्मॉल थिंग लाइक यू नो जस्ट गोइंग अराउंड द एरिया कि आप चंदा जाके इकट्ठा कर लो, यू नो, तो वहाँ से ही आप में एक स्पिरिट आती है टू गिव बैक, टू डू समथिंग फॉर द कम्युनिटी. वो करते करते एक्टर बन गई और फिर रियलाइज़ हुआ दैट देयर इज़ अ लार्ज ऑडियंस जो मेरी बातें सुनना चाहती है. और मैं फिल्मों के थ्रू भी मुझे रियलाइज़ हुआ कि सिनेमा एक इतना इम्पॉर्टेंट मीडियम है जिसके थ्रू हम एक बदलाव ला सकते हैं. टॉयलेट एक प्रेम कथा मेरी एक फ़िल्म थी जो बहुत ही ज़्यादा सेलिब्रेटेड थी. स्वच्छता अभियान का हिस्सा भी वो फिल्म बनी इन अ वेरी वेरी बिग वे, बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट लाया. उस फिल्म से भी मैंने सीखा कि एक मास लेवल पे अगर आप बदलाव लाना चाहते हैं तो सिनेमा एक बहुत ही ज़्यादा इम्पॉर्टेंट टूल है. तो अपने फिल्मों के थ्रू कोशिश यही करती हूँ कि कहीं ना कहीं कोई थोड़ा पॉजिटिव चेंज आए, माइंडसेट में पॉजिटिव चेंज आए. और ऑफ स्क्रीन भी क्लाइमेट वॉरियर हो या UNDP ने जो मुझे जिम्मेदारी दी है टू बी द नेशनल एडवोकेट फॉर द SDGs, कोशिश यही करती हूँ कि जितना हो सके एक पॉजिटिव चेंज इन द सोसाइटी में लाने की कोशिश करूँ और एक बड़े बदलाव का हिस्सा बनूँ.
दैट्स ग्रेट. इंडिया इज़ अ वेरी यंग कंट्री. हमारी जो अंडर 30 है एज जो है, 50% हमारी जो आबादी है, पॉपुलेशन है, वो अंडर 30 है. एंड मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ यूनिसेफ इंडिया के थ्रू मुझे बहुत कुछ करने का मौका मिला है. एंड मैं ये बताना चाहता हूँ कि हमने 3 हिट फिल्मों का हिस्सा साथ में रहे हैं. भूमि एंड आई पार्ट ऑफ दमनगा के आयशा, जो इनकी पहली फिल्म थी. उसके बाद शुभ मंगल सावधान.
आई थिंक आयुष्मान इज माई लकी चार्म.
शी इज माई लकी चार्म. शुभ मंगल, ज़्यादा सावधान, तीनों फिल्में बहुत चली हैं. अब मैं क्वेश्चन ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि यूनिसेफ और आपका जो इनिशिएटिव है वो साथ में कोलैबोरेट कब करेगा, वो हिट कैसे होगा हमारी फिल्मों की तरह?
तो मुझे लगता है आज आपने स्टेज पे इतने लार्ज ऑडियंस के सामने बोल दिया है. सर रियली होप कि जो UN की टीम है और यूनिसेफ की टीम है, UNDP और यूनिसेफ की टीम, वो सुन रहे हो एंड हम साथ में कुछ बहुत बड़ा करें. बिकॉज आई थिंक जब आप और मैं मिलते हैं, हमारे फोर्सेस कोलाइड होते हैं, तो सिर्फ अच्छी चीज़ें ही होती हैं उनके साथ.
And especially when the mission is the same, when the goal is the same. बच्चों के साथ, you're working for the climate. At the end of the day, future generations के लिए.
Absolutely.
Bhumi, a new movie is coming. Thank you for coming.
Yes.
And you know, it talks about, it's very vocal about what women really want. Very often as women, we don't prioritize ourselves.
Yes.
You know. So tell us about it. Tell us about the movie. What is it all about?
Well, as you rightly said, the film is against patriarchy. The film is against liberation. The film is about liberation. It is about equality. It's a comedy. The narrative is extremely funny. The character I play, she is a mess, and often we don't see women portrayed with with all their imperfections on screen. For me, I feel showing an imperfection is the most perfect way of portraying a character, and that's exactly what Kanika Kapoor is. Doing this film was a massive therapy session for me, because there were so many of my unresolved issues just as a young woman living in the times that I live in that the film addresses, and I'd never felt that kind of representation. You know, I've been very fortunate to have played some very, very empowered characters, you know, but they have been a little away from the life that I've lived. I feel like this girl is very close to the life that I have lived, because, you know, she's a city modern girl, and even though, you know, she has a lot of privileges, the film also addresses that, but at the same time, on every level, she faces sexism. You know, there's just societal conditioning of women just being told that you're not good. You need to be apologetic about everything that you do. You know, हम परेशान हो जाते हैं sorry बोल के. You know, we kind of lose who we are, because there's so much of our happiness and confidence that is that responsibility is given to somebody else. And all the responsibilities that are given to us are not chosen responsibilities. They are responsibilities that जो हम पे थोपी गई हैं. तो फिल्म इन्हीं चीज़ों के बारे में बात करती है. सबसे मज़ेदार बात है कि एक कॉमेडी फिल्म है और इट्स एन एक्सट्रीमली इंक्लूसिव फिल्म, क्योंकि इस फिल्म में प्रॉब्लम पेट्रियार्की है एंड वुमेन कैन बी एज पेट्रियार्कल एज मैन, क्योंकि पेट्रियार्की एक सोच है, वो एक जेंडर स्पेसिफिक चीज़ नहीं है.
मुझे लगा था मुझे इस पे बोलना चाहिए, पर फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग वो मैंसप्लेनिंग हो जाएगा. अगर आप इनसे बात करेंगे तो रिप्रेजेंटेशन करेक्ट है और मैंसप्लेनिंग नहीं होगा. एंड वेरी वेल सेड भूमि, जितनी भी फिल्में आपने की हैं बहुत ही प्रोग्रेसिव है, उसमें एक मैसेज होता है और ये फिल्म भी बहुत अच्छी लग रही है. एंड आई थिंक जितने प्रोमोज आ रहे हैं दे आर हिलेरियस. एट द सेम टाइम आई एम अज्यूमिंग कि उसमें एक अच्छा मैसेज होगा.
बिल्कुल, बहुत बड़ा हार्ट है इस फिल्म में और आपने एकदम सही कहा, मैसेज भी बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग है. लेकिन जैसी फिल्में आपने और मैंने की हैं आयुष्मान, हमारी फिल्में भी ऐसी रही कि हंसते खेलते हम लोगों को एक कुछ समझा गए हैं. बाला बीइंग वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट एग्जांपल्स और दम लगा के ऑल्सो. तो इस फिल्म का भी वही जॉनरा है, वही मजाक मस्ती है एंड इट हैज अ ह्यूज हार्ट.
एंड कितनी अच्छी तरह थ्रू रोल्स एज अ मीडियम इतनी अच्छी तरह जो इम्पोर्टेंट मैसेजिंग लोगों तक पहुंचा. आई थिंक दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. या एंड थैंक यू ऑल फॉर डूइंग दैट सो वेल ईच एंड एवरी टाइम.
थैंक यू.
Let me introduce, we also have with us Ravi Bhatnagar, Director External Affairs and Partnerships, SOA Reckitt, and we have Dr. Komal Goswami, Chief of Party, Plan India. So we're going to be talking about a self-care kit, and this is what this campaign talks about. Creating self-care is one of the main things of our program. And Dr. Komal, what I would like to ask you, tell us about this, this creation, or why is this self-care kit important?
Okay. So Ambika, you know that we have been doing this nutrition program since 2018, and we have realized that we need to start young, not just with the under 5 kids, but with the young mothers also. India is a culture of diversity. It's like we have to reach out to last mile population. And as Bhumi was just saying, talking about agency, lot of our women who are in rural areas or in tribal areas, they do not know the concept of agency. As soon as they are married, they are, as Bhumi was saying, forced upon taking the additional responsibilities, right? They do not have time to take care of themselves, to talk about, mental health. So mental health is something, postpartum depression is something that the logic is very much adaptable and this thing to the urban population, but not for rural or tribal women. So a lot of other things such as hand hygiene, overall hygiene, menstrual hygiene, talking about, ensuring that not just the family is fed well, herself, she and herself is also fed well. It's all about starting very young. When we talk about, that the mother is a high-risk pregnant woman, how does a mother become a high-risk pregnant woman? The mother become a high-risk pregnant woman because she is anemic since ages, maybe when she was just a girl or adolescent, right? And there are no such facility or no such, a person in the family who knows about it and who can guide the mothers. So that's how we devised the self-care kit, which will not just take care of the under 5 kids and prevent them from diarrhea and pneumonia, but also ensure that mother have that agency and mother takes care of herself so that she becomes more enabled to take care of the kid and the family.
Yeah. Absolutely. So let's see what the kit has. Request you to please unveil that. In fact, जो भी ये बता रहे थे, going into the tribal areas, Komal and I traveled about a few months ago to the Siddhi community. Jambur में गए थे, where we met the community. So if you all could please unveil. So let's see what the kit has. And Ravi, if you could also tell us why are these things important. So please.
Yeah. So interestingly, Ambika, this all came from our work, what we have been doing in Amravati and Nandurbar. And I remember our, season 6, where with Mr. Fadnavis, who's Deputy CM of Maharashtra, we made a commitment. And we said, we are going to make sure the tribal kids will be taken care of. After delivering the program successfully with Plan India, we thought, now it's the time to expand the program to various states in India. So now the program is moving from Maharashtra to Gujarat as well as to Rajasthan. And the program aims to reach 10 million moms. The program, aims to reach 1 million under 5 kids. And by the virtue of this program, there are a lot of conversations with the WHO. When they were releasing the self-care report for South of Asia, I was one of the members in the expert committees for the same. the program, the work what we have been doing on the Dettol Banega Swasth India gave us the platform to position and to actually tell like what is working in India, especially in the rural and the last mile. And now this, this kit is being divided into two parts largely. Yeah. One part is for the mothers and the second part is for the kids. So for the mothers, this kit has iron and folic acid tablets, it has vitamin C, it has sanitizers, it has a baby blanket, it has a Dettol liquid soap. For the kids, it's taking care of the diarrhea and pneumonia both. It has the ORS sachets, zinc tablets, thermometers, soaps, amoxicillin tablets, surgical gloves, and the pulse oximeter. Basically, like, we would love to have these kits, placed in the wellness centers, in the Asha centers, in the Anganwadi centers. Also, we are heavily training now the last mile, delivery for this program, because still in India, the pneumonia cases, diarrhea cases are still very high. And world talks about, 3 countries. One is Bangladesh, second is India. We are neighbors, but the indicators are very different. We really want to move up. We really want to support all the 100+ aspirational districts what India has. And this is our firm commitment, along with Plan India. We're going to take it to the last mile.
Thank you so much for explaining that well. And I think, all these things are very easy, doable, like having an iron, folic acid, which every pregnant woman needs to have. But, the importance of having a vitamin C tablet with it for the absorption. So I think creating awareness for the mother and then breaking the intergenerational cycle that only if a mother is healthy, will the child be healthy. So I think that's what it's important.
Like even if you look at urban cities, if my mother is not well, she will completely ignore herself because that is societal conditioning. है ना, उन्हें सिर्फ लगता है कि नहीं, जब तक वो एकदम till they don't reach the tip of it, they will not do anything about it. Most times they feel embarrassed, they feel ashamed, and also ना हमें बताया गया कि हम बहुत strong हैं, हम दर्द ले सकते हैं. Like even if you think of period pain that women have to go through, most times it is just dismissed. And only if you go through it do you understand. आपने और मैंने एक बार इस बारे में बात की थी सर, अगर आपको याद हो. It is just completely dismissed because we are just taught to take the pain. And if you don't take it, you are completely dismissed saying कि बाकी लोग देखो. But none of us should endure this pain.